Alright guys, last one for the week is Orb Invasion. Somebody has done a video. I don't know, that channel doesn't look familiar to me, so I'm not sure whose channel that is, but I give it a little preview and she draws it completely different than I would, so that's a great thing to check out, okay? We're aiming for this. You can do it just with a straight grid here, or with a more flowy kind of grid there. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. Haven't decided. But what you're going to do is you can draw your grid in pencil. That's what I like to do, is just draw my grid in pencil. And then randomly throughout your page, you're going to draw some orbs. Some of them partly on the page, maybe in the corner, some right in the intersection, some half on one, half on another. They can be big, they can be small, whatever you want to do. And then what you're going to do is basically you're going to draw squares inside your grid. So the sample shows you drawing the red circles, okay, and then all the vertical lines first, and then the horizontal lines, and then drawing this, and then doing it kind of just stops there. It's a weird step out. It's like it's not quite finished, the step out. I guess because you can then at this point do whatever you want. You can either aura or whatever you want to do. I like this look. I think that's really interesting. But we're just going to play with it. I think I'm going to probably do a slightly wonky grid. But I draw it differently. So it's up to you how you want to go about this. I'm going to turn on my light. Decided to do it just on a it's almost white piece of paper, not quite white. So I am going to give myself a nice border. So I have room to not get right up to the edge. And I'm going to go ahead and just make me... Oh, I was going to go wonky, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Let's go a little wonky. Maybe we'll go diagonal to my page. Let's do that. Let's do a little wonky grid. Like so. Okay, and then we will just like that. Okay, make myself a wonky grid, and then randomly throughout here put some circles. And I'm gonna do it in pencil. Oh, you don't want it to go too far over. Well, that's all right. It makes it better actually when it's not quite that big. Big is okay, but that I think I got a little carried away, which is why I want to do it with pencil. Some just on there, maybe one right here, maybe one here, and I think I want one here, and I think I want one right there. Okay, so that's where I've decided I'm going to place my orbs. Now I can get my pen. And what I want to do, and I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. I'm going to do it where there's no orb. I want to, on the inside of this line, aura that box. Just like that. And again here. And again here. And if you do it inside that line, then you end up with the space that you want. And since I don't have an orb here, it's an easy place to start. Okay, like that. And then I do want to draw my orbs in pen, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that real quick. I should have done that first. That actually should have been the first thing I do, but somehow that didn't happen. So let me zoom back out because I'm really zoomed in. You guys can't see the whole page. Okay, there we go. Now, back to what I was doing. Zoom back in. Now this one, it's got the orb in it. So I'm going to go just on the inside again. And around the orb like that. Okay? And then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing, just on the inside of the pencil. And then around the orb. Am I on screen? Oh good, I am still on screen. Yay! There's one with an orb in it. Like that. To me, this is easier than going all straight lines and then skipping things. And yeah, to me, this is just easier. Just aura the whole square and go around the obstacles. See? Just aura that square. And go around the obstacle. And you know, you don't have to have your orbs being circles. They can be an oblong, weird shape if you want. Let's try that. Maybe here and here. Maybe I'll put two. Kind of more. Maybe three. Somewhere around here we're going to need three. Jelly bean-like shapes. I think four. Okay. gonna make some that are round and some that are not round and see what happens. Because they don't have to be round, right? And then you just aura. Super simple. What time is it? Oh, no wonder it's starting to get dark. Alright, this is going to be my last one for today because it's getting dark. Sorry if I bumped you. You still on screen? Yep. Okay. That works. Let's see. Go around the jelly bean shape. Oop, almost hit my orb there. Stay away from the orb. Okay. So all you're really just doing is auraing the shape that you've created here. Super simple. You just have to pay attention to what you're doing. That's all. And then up and around that shape. I'm getting there. I picked a pretty big piece of paper, so you know, if you pick a smaller piece of paper, it won't take so long. And if you want to fast forward through this, you're welcome to do so. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Okay. I'm making progress. I am getting really stiff though. I don't think I've got my desk up high enough. Let me scoop my desk up just a little bit more. I love this standing desk. That might have adjusted. Oh, maybe that's why my camera was off a little. On the previous video, my camera wasn't set quite right, and it could be because my desk was at the wrong height. That's better. Oh yeah, that's much closer to my face. I don't have to bend over and hurt my back, which is like the opposite of the point of the standing desk, right? Okay, now the rest of this one is going to be kind of weird because there's not a whole lot of room in here for my aura. I love it. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. So much fun. Easy to do. This is one of those ones that you can just do like sitting in the waiting room at the doctor's office. That doesn't take a lot of thought, but looks really spectacular when you're finished and everybody looks at it and goes, "How did you do that?" Really easy. Just takes a little patience. But it's really easy. My phone is going off again. Probably nothing important. Nope, it's that Social Security scams call again. I've been getting it a lot. Okay. All right, so now that I've gone around everything once, I'm going to make sure I have erased all of my pencil marks in my grid. I know somebody is going to say, but in Zentangle you don't use an eraser. You're right, because I'm not doing Zentangle. I'm doing pattern-based art. Just FYI. If you don't like it, go to a Zentangle channel. And then you just come back through and just keep aura-ing until you've got it filled in. I'm going to start in one corner and just kind of work my way around and just aura. Yeah. Just going to aura each shape until it's filled. like that. And this is going to be kind of tedious. You may want to fast forward. Matter of fact, I probably should have picked a little bit smaller tile for this because I may run out of time. If I do, I'm sorry. But my camera will turn itself off in 1 hour. So if it takes me longer than that to draw this, you will just magically turn off. Looking good. So far, so good. I'm getting tired of standing though. Oh, I got too close. Oh well. What was that? Oh. Husband just closed the garage door. So that must mean the contractor's done for the day. Of course, they did start at 6:45 this morning. That was a bit early. I wasn't expecting that. Oh yeah. See, when you have a weird irregular shape, just do the best you can around it. You know, eventually this spot will get too skinny and you can't go in there. That's okay. Okay. Just do your best. They're not, my lines are not perfect. Everybody says, how can you draw such straight lines? They're not. If you really look at them, they're not. And that's okay, because overall, they read that way. See? But they're really not. You look at them close. Watch me. I'm not going straight. I have a woggle to my line. That's what makes them hand-drawn. Now, if you were doing this in on like an iPad or something as digital art, totally you could make these, every single one of these lines perfectly straight. And it would look different. And I'm not saying it's bad, it's just different. Because unlike some people, I believe that, you know, some people say, well, it's digital art isn't real art because it was drawn by a computer. And it's like, no, it wasn't drawn by a computer. It was drawn using a computer as a tool by an artist. Because if you just told the computer, if you said, hey, the G word, I don't want to turn on my phone, draw me the pattern Orb Invasion on a 2x2 tile. Let's say you gave that as an instruction. It would have no idea what to do. Now would it? No, because the artist has to manipulate the pen, the mouse, the input device, and create the art. The computer's not creating the art. Now, you can get computers to do fractals and that sort of thing using math, but they're not making art. They're replicating geometry. And to me, that's different. I can't draw a fractal because I can't make every single one of my lines a perfect replica in a various scale of my other lines. I can't. I'm just not capable of drawing lines like that. I draw wonky, wobbly, imperfect lines. But that's okay. That's the point of my hand-drawn art. Somehow there's beauty in the imperfection of a handmade, hand-drawn piece of art. There just is. See, if you're watching closely, you will see my lines aren't even close to being straight. They're not. They're not close to being straight. They are all over the place. And it doesn't make my art bad or wrong. Okay, next. You guys still on my screen? Yeah. Okay. I'm getting better at keeping my tile on in the viewfinder. But sometimes I go out. So I gotta remember to look up occasionally and say, aha, especially when I'm way zoomed in like this. Say, are you guys still with me? Whoo-wee. Sorry. Bouncing a little bit. This is a lot of lines. I chose a really big piece of paper in comparison. This is a little bit bigger than a normal tile. Normal artist tile size is 3.5 by 3.5, sometimes 4 by 4. This one is 4.5 by 4. This is 4 by 4.5, so it's a little bit bigger, and that little extra ½ inch each direction, or 1 inch one direction and ½ inch the other, it makes a big difference as to the size of the artwork. And the bigger the artwork, the longer it takes. Seems like it would be a no-brainer, but you know, some patterns don't have as much line work, so you could put it on a bigger page and it really doesn't take that much longer to draw. This is not one of them. Make sure you're still in screen. And it doesn't help that I need new glasses. I'm hoping to have my eye doctor actually listen to me. There's a distance that I need for reading, and a distance I need because I wear trifocals, and a distance I need for mid distance, and a distance for distance obviously. My distance has been fine. That's I have no problem with that. But I'm changing eye doctors because my previous eye doctor just would not listen to me, and where I want my reading distance is much further out than my eye doctor was going to prescribe. And no matter how many times I said, no, that's not right, I need my distance to be X number of inches from my face, he was constantly putting it where he thought reading distance should be, which is, let's see, approximately, I'm nice and in focus, approximately 8 inches, between 8 and 10 inches from my nose. That seems to be where he thinks that my reading distance is, but that's not where I read from. So where I read from is usually further out, whether it's on my phone or my tablet or regular book. I hold my stuff probably 12 to 15 inches from my face, and that's not where he put it. So most of the time when I read, I actually put my hand out a little further than I want to, and I read using my middle distance, and I'm not using my close-up distance for almost anything. And here when I'm drawing is again, my desk, I want my desk high enough so that I can draw at a comfortable thing and not bend. When I do that, it puts it right in between my middle distance and my close distance, and then I have to kind of scooch forward to get into my close distance, which then again makes me hunched over. That's not what I want to do. So I'm hoping that the new eye doctor, I know her as a customer at my previous store. The eye doctor's was next door to where I was before, and she was always a nice lady. And so I'm hoping, not that the other eye doctor wasn't a nice man, he was a nice man, but he wasn't listening to me, and it was driving me crazy. And this is two sets of eyeglasses in a row where he just like wouldn't listen to me. And so I just decided, you know what, I can't do this a third time. I'm going to have to try somebody else. So we will see. That eye doctor's appointment is next week sometime. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Don't usually look forward to my eye doctor appointment, but I am looking forward to getting glasses that actually work for my face. The other thing is my glasses naturally sit where my ears are and everything. My glasses naturally sit a little bit lower on my face than where the eye doctor wants to put it, and the girls at the desk want to put my glasses up higher, closer to my eyes, and up on the bridge of my nose, which is great, except for, and that's where they measured for, you know, where the lines are for the bifocal, but that's not where my glasses sit. I can push them up there, but that's not where they stay. They go down lower, and so then the lines aren't even in the right place, so where I'm looking is the wrong thing, and you just don't mean to complain, but really. Okay, so I've finished all my squares, and let me zoom out now, and you can see how that looks. Neat, huh? And then you want to do some shading to kind of really enforce this shape. And the best way to do that is to go into the corners and just do the corners of your box shape like that. And it really will make that orb just stand out. You're going to do it in everywhere that there's a corner. Just gently. Okay, so hopefully we will finish this before the hour. You guys, honestly, you guys can fast forward. You won't hurt my feelings. And if it's starting to make you dizzy, just know that it's starting to make me dizzy too. Each individual spot's okay, but when I kind of look as a whole, yeah, it starts to really do a number on me. Okay, now to blend. I'm going to actually, I'm gonna sharpen up my blending stick. I'm gonna take my blending stump and this comes with the blending stumps sometimes, depending on what package of blending stumps you get, and it's just like a piece of sandpaper. I'm just gonna clean off what I have on here and kind of twist and turn, see, like that. I'm going to turn as I scrape, and I'm going to make a better point on it because I want to get right in there. There we go. So now I've made it clean and I've made it a better point, and I'm just going to start in one corner and work my way around. could have put more graphite down. Could have made it a little bit darker. But that's okay. It's fine. Oops, I missed a spot with my laying down on my graphite. I missed that one. I might come in with my marker or my colored pencil and really make the graph, the grid stand out. I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm done for the day. I'm cooked. I haven't drawn in so long that I ended up drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drawings today. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm done. My hand has had enough of drawing for today, but I think I want to enhance my grid, so I'm going to do it with my markers instead of. I'm going to make my grid light green. Why light green? I don't know. It's what came to me. Just a light green. It's almost a non-color, so light. Right? Can you see it even? It's so light. It's almost, was it worth my bother? I think so. A little jelly bean shape. Okay. Does that help any? Maybe I'll make my orbs a darker green. Next green down, I think. Oh, that's a bright green. Okay, that's a bright green. I think she's done. She's making me happy. Now I need to sign her. And Orb Invasion. Here we go. I've got some green jelly beans. Not sure that the green was the best move, but it works, I suppose. Alright, I'm almost out of time. I will see you guys on next week. Next week we are going to do, I've already picked them out, we're going to do it's Bunen? I don't know how to say it. It's B-U-H-N-E-N. And then we're going to do Drac. And then we're going to do 11. No, Elven. Is it Elven or 11? Elven. So we're going to do Elven, Drac, and Bunen. Bunen? I'm not sure how to say it. Those are going to be the three we're going to do next week, but I don't have any more time today to do any more drawing. My hand has had it. I have done 7 drawings, so I've probably done 2, 3, 4, 4.5 hours of drawing straight. I'm done. My hand is done. I will see you guys next time. You guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Let's make the world a better place, one person at a time. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.